So you had this quite intense chemotherapy. Your body was tolerating it quite well, but you were still kind of stuck in the hospital. What was it like to be stuck in the hospital that long? And how did you manage to make arrangements to see your son and your partner?
Well, my partner, he was off on the sick at the time with anxiety that he'd been suffering from. He had a really bad breakup from his last partner. And he didn't get to see his children a lot because they're living across the country from each other and things like that. So he wasn't actually working at the time because of his anxiety. And he used to come in every day and sit with me. And I think if I didn't have him there to come in and sit with me, it would have been a hell of a lot harder. Yeah. I couldn't concentrate on watching telly or reading books, magazines. People used to bring them in word searches. I couldn't do them. Anything
all
like
these
that.
Kind of distractions.
Yeah, that they say get loads of. I just couldn't do it. The only thing I could do was ring people, or Facebook was the only thing is where you can see be nosy to what other people are up to, and then let people know how you're getting on. And
that's actually a very good tip, because if your concentration is not good, attending to written material is hard, but attending to a real person who comes to visit or something, that is more intuitive. It's not so tricky.
I tried to have about 3 visitors a day.
Yeah, that's a lot,
and they said that was quite a lot, but I just said it was the only thing to keep me going. I said I'm lucky that I've got even my clients came to visit me. I didn't mind who anyone came to visit as long as it broke my day up, because otherwise, on the days where you had nobody, they were long days, very long days.
Definitely, and you're not well at the time.
No,
you're in a restricted environment, and
well, you're put into a routine as well, so you have to get up at 8.
Yeah.
And you have the drugs that they give you at 8, then they have breakfast, and sometimes you don't always want breakfast then, and then they're wanting to change bed, and you're just like, oh, for God's sake, go away, just leave me alone. But they learned after a while that I wasn't really a person that wanted to get out of bed till at least 9 o'clock, so they always used to leave me till last.
Yeah. Did you were you allowed to leave the bone marrow transplant ward or the oncology ward and go to the other parts of the hospital?
No.
You were restricted?
Yeah. Because being neutropenic, you're not literally, you're very, very high risk for any infection or anything.
Now your son obviously was involved, but you were kind of restricted to how much he could come in.
Yeah, he could only come in once a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes twice if it was a special occasion like his birthday or something like that. But normally he'd only stay for about an hour or two, because he was so young. He didn't want to stay for loads because he didn't understand it, and there was nothing there to keep him majorly occupied. So he just used to play on the computer with me and sit and talk. But I always found he liked to be on his own with me rather than with loads of people, because I don't think he liked. I think he just wanted me rather than everyone else to go with it.
Yes.
But we Skyped all the time, every day.
Oh wow, that's brilliant. So how did that work out for him? Because that's...
Oh, he loved that. He always used to just go and sit in my mum's computer room and Skype me and chat away, and he'd be like, oh, what cushion you got today? And because I had my pillow cushion printed with his face on it, and then he had a pillow cushion printed with my face on it. Yeah. So we both still went to bed together at night with each other.
That's sweet. So even at 5 years old, he could actually do, chat with you and grasp the Skype thing.
Oh, he knows how to work an iPad better than me, yeah.
That's amazing, because that's the technology these days, isn't it? So you had that video chat that was available. Was it with video?
Yeah, Skype.
So, because you can have audio only if the bandwidth isn't that good, but you had the video.
Yeah, I just brought through the hospital their Wi-Fi thing.
It's good that they allowed that as well through the hospital. That's a tip as well for us to take on board.